It's new, informative, engaging, educational, empowering, and more.
Successful Living with Reginald Campbell.
You're listening to Successful Living with Reginald Campbell.
Okay. All right. All right. Welcome everyone in. This is Successful Living Podcast with Reginald Campbell, and I'm quite sure most of you know me through doing the House of Reconciliation. But I started I started out with Chat About Life. I don't even know, 10, 15 years ago, about 15 years ago, and it turned into Successful Living. And then I did radio from 2014 till about 2018 because we had an election then, right? And I didn't want to bring my personal feelings into the show. So I stopped doing radio. And so every Wednesday I do, and I try to teach people about life. But I felt, because a lot of people ask me to teach them about finances. So this is not a church setting. This is where you actually can have conversation and ask questions. And the biggest challenge that I see right now with a lot of people is finances, money. How, and and everybody says, well, hey, I make money. Well, everybody make money, but money don't work for everybody. And so this whole basis is to help us understand how money principles in life and biblical can help us be able to move forward. So this is the book, Basic Financial Steps. This is the one that I have. I have about 3 boxes, and I'm going to autograph these. I only autograph in one particular color, but this is the one that you would find on the market. So I encourage you to go to your local retailer, or you can go online and find the book, Basic Financial Steps, that teaches you how to make your money work for you. So we're going to actually go through the book every third Wednesday. So get the book from your local retailer. I'm going to start talking to you about invest in you. You may not see it, you may not know it, but you're your biggest investment in life. You're your biggest investment in life. And the challenge with people is they never see themselves because of society and because of culture. They never see themselves being in a place of substantial residual income. Most of us, I was talking to a childhood friend, grew up with a father. We were just told, get jobs. So you got a job. They didn't teach you about a career or selection or path forward. So many people have just taken jobs but never discovered what their real gifts and talents are. And sometimes your gifts and talents. Now, society will tell you, depends upon your ethnicity, that you do this and you do that. You play basketball, you play football. But there's so many other things to be. So many other things to be. And so what I did was, I'll read them to you real quick, is I looked up what are the top 10 future careers. And one of them I'm really surprised about, but here's a couple of them. And I'll tell you why this is important, invest in you. But most of them that I will read will not be something that the majority are doing. The number one is software developer. So, like you play video games, do you want to play a game all the time? Or do you want to learn how to develop the software? There's computer security, a registered nurse, physician's associate, understanding software, lawyers. This is interesting to me. Machine learning. What can you help me with that? What is? Because I don't know what machine learning is. Use the mic.
It's machine mechanics and machine software.
Because I heard a guy say something to the effect that he worked in the tool part where they would recalibrate tools. So, and I had to list some of these jobs, most of them are six-figure jobs. Okay. So machine. So then there's another one that's like, it's called an insurance appraiser. So then we've got data science, artificial intelligence, AI. Everybody know about AI. Information security, and this is the one that surprised me, teacher. Web developer. There's many people you tried to get them to just go into graphics, and so many people want electricians, accountants, project managers, computer and information technology, nurse practitioner, computer science analyst, statistic, physical therapist, financial manager, medical laboratory scientist, and health administrator. Now, those are not the jobs that most people would encourage us to get, whether it's pharmaceuticals or what. So you have to, when you look at the term invest in you, you have to not just see today, the moment. You got to see where you want to be if you live to get older. So for all of you that are writing, I want you to write this down. 80 years of life. We're going to project that all of us are going to live to 80. Okay? But here's the problem. People will lie to themselves until they can't take the truth. Now, what does that mean? I know that wasn't a bomb. Now, come on. We just been together for a minute. People will lie to themselves until they can't take the truth. Nobody want to come in on that? No? Okay. All right. Why? When you won't sit down and listen to learn, and that's why we're doing this, and hopefully it grows, then we burn. When we won't sit down to listen and learn, we burn. What does that mean? You burn up the critical time of your life. You burn up your prime. You burn up your youthful years. So then you're never able to establish anything. We burn it up with bad relationships. We burn it up with dead-end jobs. We burn it up with people who don't see our value. People can like your exterior, but have no idea who you are internally. So then what happens when we won't sit down to listen, and most people avoid listening, learning, writing, reading, that's where your basis is going to come from. So what happens is when we don't sit down to listen and learn, then we burn up the critical years of our life. And for those of you who are under 40, I want you to write prime. And this is a word we don't hear. You have a time as an athlete that you have your beginning stage, and then you have your prime, and then you have your post. Most people are well out of their prime trying to do something that they could have done in their prime.